Hey Internet, Eric here. As you know, I am going through the Wreck franchise. Everything on my channel this year is movies I've never seen before. I'm going through the Wreck franchise, and I finally hit the end before we get to the remakes. Today I'm discussing Wreck 4 Apocalypse. Now, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I discuss plot spoilers, specific scenes, what have you. This came out in 2013, I believe. Basic plot of this is it starts off kind of, I guess you'd say, right at the end of Rec 2. We have the SWAT team members coming in. They actually find Angela and they rescue her. And then everybody wakes up on this ship in the middle of the ocean. Angela is suffering amnesia. She doesn't remember anything that happened in the complex, the apartment complex. She doesn't realize she has a parasite inside of her. Same with the guys in the SWAT team. There's two survivors because they were attacked before they rescued Angela. They are also met. They also meet a woman who, I don't know if she's suffering from dementia or whatever, but she's the only survivor from a wedding, part three. And it's them dealing with these doctors, I guess you would say, they know about the outbreak. They're studying Angela. They want to determine, you know, what to do, find an antivirus, the usual stuff. And it's up to Angela and the SWAT team members to escape. You know what I mean? Pretty simple. Uh, I was concerned. I was concerned because when I was doing these videos, everyone told me that you're going to love part one, you're going to love part two, part three is almost as good as the first one. And then everyone is saying that I'm going to be disappointed with four. And I was thinking to myself, do I make this a is it worth the hate video that I like to do on occasion? And I wasn't going to, and it's not because no one really trashes this film. It's just that they say that it's lower in quality and entertainment as the previous ones, and I do get it. Anyways, it's still pretty good. Angela, the actress who plays Angela, she's still great. I love how she's got great communication or great chemistry with the actors around her. Again, she is very aloof. She doesn't know what's going on in the situation, and I like that. And again, by the end of it, she is this really strong character who does what she needs to do to survive. So I liked her. I liked Nick. Nick is a member of the crew on the ship, and he, I guess you would say, is like the techie, the geek. He's a big fan of Angela. He watches her all the time. Fanboys on her, and he's the one that they're going through Angela's video recorder because since she doesn't remember what happened and no one knows what happened while they were there, in the complex, he's going by step to see what happened. He ends up making it to the end, and he kicked some ass too. So I really liked him. He was a lot of fun. The two survivors from the SWAT team, they're good. My problem is though they look so similar. It's hard to tell which one's which. You know what I mean? That could be because of the Spanish language. The only difference is one guy's wearing like a brown vest and the other guy isn't. It reminds me of like Alien 3. They're all, aside from Charles Dutton and Charles Dance and Sigourney Weaver, they're all fucking white dudes with shaved heads. Can't tell the difference. That's how these guys are. But they're good. You know what I mean? Especially the main one, I guess you would say, we see the most of till the very end. He's good. Other characters, they're just kind of there. The lady who plays the old lady who, like I said, I don't know if she has Alzheimer's or if she's just in shock. She's fine. The evil doctor, or evil, I guess you would say, or the guy trying to find the cure, whatever, he's fine. Everybody's just fine, but Angela's great, and I really, really like Nick. Practical effects, really good. When we get close-up shots of the infected, we get more close-up shots of the boils. You know what I mean? That I've said in the previous films. These creatures look disgusting. And of course, when their blood and saliva is oozing out of their mouth, very scary looking, very terrifying. When they're running at you, or when they're like, there's a scene where the cook is the first one infected, and he is actually like locked in the meat cooler, but you can see his head through the window because they're in a ship, so they have that type of stereotypical ship door with the crank that locks him, and he's always peering through and shaking his head. So really terrifying. That's another concept I really liked is the cook gets infected because I guess they were testing this virus or something. I don't really know on monkeys. A monkey gets out, attacks the cook. The cook takes the fucking shit, kicks the fucking shit out of this monkey, cooks it. Like, when he's fighting it, he cooks it on the fucking stove. Brutal scene. He gets beaten, or he gets bitten, and since he's the cook, the food is getting infected. So that's how everyone on the ship gets infected without really getting bitten. I like that concept. But again, like I said, the infected people, the practical effects look really good. Problem is with this film, you can tell that the budget is a lot lower than the previous movies, and that shows from the very beginning. When we have like I said, I keep calling them the SWAT team members going into the building, when they're firing the rounds off from those semi-automatic weapons, you can tell that the CGI flashes on the gun barrels. It's very noticeable. There's some scenes where Nick and Angela, it's towards the end of the movie, and one of their weapons is like a boat motor. You know what I mean? And that was really cool. It reminded me of Dead Alive or Brain Dead. When he's got the lawnmower and he's cutting up the zombies. There's some more monkeys that coming out there. They're taking out them, but the blood is just so CGI. It's just kind of, man, if the practical effects could be this good, why can't we get some good CGI or some good actual physical practical effect blood, you know what I mean, pouring out down on them? It just it's disappointing. Another disappointment I had in this film was it takes a while to amp up. The previous film, it's boom, 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 infection, running away from the monsters or the infected, get to the end, save the day, or everyone's alive or whatever. This one takes a good 30, maybe 35 minutes, maybe 40 for shit to really happen. Like, there's a good scene where Angela convinces the doctor to loosen the straps, because when she wakes up, she's strapped to a bed so she didn't hurt herself. She convinces him to loosen it. She beats him up, escapes. It's a good chase scene. I really like that, where she's running from here to there to try to get on top of the boat, and then she doesn't even realize she's in the ship yet, and she sees where she is, and she's captured. That's a good chase scene. The rest of it is just, I know it's character building, but it just takes too goddamn long for the infected stuff to happen. Like, the cook gets infected, he does his thing, and then there's nothing for a while because he's locked away. But once we get to like the final 25 minutes, it's great. Aside from the CGI blood, it's really, really good. Them running from the infected, like I said, I really like the fact that they use that boat motor to take out some infected. And you find out, because earlier on, blood tests were taken. You find out Angela's not infected anymore. But does she have the parasite in her? No, she doesn't. Someone else does. You find that out later. That was a reveal I didn't see coming. And I really liked how the doctor, I think it was the doctor, knows that they're screwed, and he sets like the self-destruct on the ship to keep everybody contained. And it's a really cool scene, I guess you'd say the final act, where Angela and Nick are trying to get off the boat. I love it. It's a great scene where she's climbing up the ropes, and the infected are climbing up because they're trying to get up to the mast to jump into like an inflatable raft. And she's climbing up. They're climbing up after her. She almost gets away. Nick, he's trying to cut the rope with the motor, I think it is. And then, they fall. It's a great intense scene. Even though when Angela's hanging on the mast, you can tell it's green screen. But it's a really good finale. I really liked it. The explosion, CGI. But still, overall, I do recommend Rec 4 Apocalypse. I think the problem is, like a lot of people saying, the first three are just so fucking good. This one's just it's okay. It's not bad. It's good seeing this actress again. First, she's nice to look at, but she is really good at being intense when she needs to be. She's great in that final scene. I really like the character who plays Nick. Is he on the cover? I can't see. No. Anyways, he's really good. The finale is good. The practical effects of the infected, great. Disgusting. The scene with the monkeys, really good. It's just some slow build-up and some disappointing CGI. But I will say this, overall, it's too bad this is how the original films ended, but it's hard to fucking follow up those three. So That's it. After this, I will be talking about Quarantine, which is kind of funny. The remake of the Quarantine is the remake of Rec. That came out in like 2008. The Rec series is still going on as of 2013, 2014. I don't remember. Anyways, so I got Quarantine 2 coming up. Plus, every Wednesday this month, Sharks and Schlock 2024. Me and Patrick from Cheetah Will View. Every Wednesday, I have to review a shark movie that he chose for me, and he gets to review a schlock movie that I chose for him. So far, I think he's got the short end of the stick as of this recording. I discussed Swamp Shark. He discussed Creepshow 2. No, not Creepshow 2. That's a good one. He discussed Creepshow 3. Poor guy. Don't feel sorry for him at all. But there is a playlist, Sharks and Schlock. My videos and his videos are there. Please give a watch, all that jazz. So thank you for watching, like, and subscribe, all that crap. Comment below. Were you as disappointed as I was with Rec 4? But were you like me and still think it's an entertaining movie overall? What do you think of the franchise? Did you even know it exists? Have you only seen Quarantine? The usual stuff I say at the end of these. Like, subscribe, all that shit. Sharks and Schlock, every Wednesday this month. Know what I got coming up. It's not going to be fun. Cheers. I can't turn this fucking thing off.